Hello guys, it's your fellow investor here with another video, and in this video I'm going to be talking about Bioharvest Sciences with ticker symbol CNVCF. They're trading on OTC markets, so again Robinhood or Webull or maybe Trading 212 won't have them available because it's a penny stock. It's being traded on the OTC and they are not listed on any big exchange such as NYSE or Nasdaq. Therefore, I would recommend you trying out brokers who actually support OTCs such as TD Ameritrade, Charles Schwab, Fidelity, Interactive Brokers and such. I will tell you what this company does, what is the game-breaking news and where I see this stock going in next week, month or year. This company just yesterday announced huge news, game-breaking news in the cannabis sector, and I can see this like super big catalyst which could move this price into the sky. We could see 1000% moves. Nobody knows about this stock because I don't see any big names covering it on YouTube or anywhere, and I got this tip from one of my viewers, so I thank you for that. Before we start, I'd like to ask you if you could click on that beautiful red subscribe button if you haven't done so already, and smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. Both helps me out tremendously. With that being said, let's get into this company. So if you look in the chart, we can see the stock hasn't done almost anything. It's a penny stock, it's done 39%, but there's almost nothing in the penny stock sector right now. If you look in the 1 year chart, it's very new penny stock listed on the OTC. Since the listing, it's up 56%, so it hasn't moved almost anywhere, which is good news for us as potential investors. So now let's go into the company to see what they're actually doing. If you look into their website, we can see they're a plant cell growth company. If we move to a section called technology, there's a little bit of like an overview of what they're actually doing. They invented biofarming for plant cell growth in order to produce naturally the secondary metabolites economically and consistently devoid of any undesired materials like sugars or fat. Our production is not dependent on any seasonality and is done in totally aseptic conditions, which is always good to hear that they can produce it 24/7 basically. Here is how they do it. They take a plant once and they never need it again. You see there they have plant, they multiply it, they put it into cells, then they put it into biofarm and then they harvest it and they just repeat the process. But here's the process more in details. They take a plant, so they first select the desired plant, then they isolate the cells, then they store them in a cell bank, then it moves to the biofarm. These plant cells capable of growing in liquid mediums are used perpetually for infinite production of active ingredients in a large-scale bioreactor with industry production. So we can see it's infinite production of the active ingredients, which is something what is going to be really valuable in the next years to come. And last but not least is the harvest. That's the step when the cells that reach the adequate biomass are harvested and dried into final powder form containing the desired active phytochemicals. Biofarming superiority over conventional cannabis cultivation. We can see that they are winning on in all the categories, but what is most important for us, that they are consistent, sustainable, production cost is very low, land requirement also very low, labor requirements also very low, and the IP protection is very high. Process and products are patentable. And this is very good news because they released yesterday's news, which I'll get into in a minute, which are quite game breaking, and I think they can move this stock up really easily after people will get to know about this very interesting company. And what I love to see is when the company has some advantage, and this one has 6 advantages. First is cost, the second is consistency, the third is concentrated, 4 is caring for earth, 5th is cleanliness, and 6th is complex of active ingredients. I won't go through it all because then it will be about 20 minutes long video, but feel free to check out their website. They have it really nicely done. It's quite simple, it's easy to get it what they're doing, and I'll just continue on with the overview. If you move into the markets, they say they have $500 billion addressable markets. Their global dietary supplements market value in American dollars in billions, analysis and forecast from 2015 to 2030. We can see that it goes steadily up every year on 4.2 average rate, which is quite good to see that there is actually it's expanding and it's not limited. When we switch to the investors page, we can see that almost what we saw already, but if we scroll down, we can see that they have a clear path to commercialization. We can see some news that they've posted here from some breakthroughs actually, and they have a shareholder update from January 21st. It's 1 hour and 20 minutes long. I will not go through it. However, you can do so if you just Google it up on the YouTube. They have it uploaded on their channel, so there's no need for me to re-upload it. It's easily accessible and I encourage you to watch it. What is interesting here for us is that they have over $30 million Canadian dollars spent on research and development, and then they have patented technology. We can see that their technology which they come up with is patented almost immediately. And if we check out their news section, there's a lot of news, and I will go through a few of them, the latest two of them, because I think this is one of the most important things and to be up to date with the company. Roughly a week ago, Bioharvest Sciences signed an exclusive agreement with our company to explore pharmaceutical partnerships for the use of VINIA as an adjuvant therapy in type 2 diabetes treatments. The primary purpose of the agreement is for Cook-Hierman to assist Bioharvest in forming strategic and commercial partnerships with relevant pharmaceutical companies. Over the years, Bioharvest has conducted with VINIA multiple clinical trials that support VINIA's structural and functional claims in the cardiovascular field, and the results of such trials have been published in peer-reviewed scientific journal. Accordingly, the company has decided to engage Cook-Hierman to assist the company in engaging with relevant players in the pharmaceutical industry. What we get from this is quite simple. They are actually trying to expand, trying to reach out to more customers, get their product going and scaling and starting to get a sweet revenue. So we can see that they are not just laying around doing nothing, they're actually trying to get their product out there. The latest news from yesterday, we can see that Bioharvest Sciences announces a major breakthrough in the growth of cannabis trichomes across multiple strains in liquid media. This milestone is critical for the large-scale production of full-spectrum plant-based cannabis products and cannabinoids in liquid media bioreactors. The company is now able to consistently grow trichomes from multiple cannabis plant strains in liquid media. Furthermore, Bioharvest is the world's first and only company to successfully develop the proprietary knowledge required to control the production of cannabis cells in liquid media, and has now developed the unique know-how to optimize the growth performance of these cannabis trichomes in a predictable and high-efficient manner. To date, no other company or academic group has publicly claimed to have successfully grown cannabis trichomes in liquid media in such a predictable and highly efficient manner. This optimization of the trichomes growth is a key condition and major enabler for the consistent, cost-efficient and sustainable production of plant cell-based cannabis and cannabinoids. Bioharvest has achieved this groundbreaking milestone by leveraging its patented biofarming technology independent of any specific cannabis strain genetics. Plant-based biofarming technology produces cannabis cell in a process that is controlled, consistent, aseptic, non-GMO, pesticide-free and chemical-free. They have something what no one else has. They have such a big advantage on the market, and now they have even bigger leverage. So this is something I really love to see when I look for potential companies, if they have something what others don't, and this is one of them. If we check their market cap, it's 167 millions and only 280 million shares outstanding if we're talking about the unrestricted ones. So we can see really big moves in the stock price, even though it's not one of the cheapest penny stocks, it's almost 40 cents, but it's still relatively cheap, and I think we could see really big moves. One of the reasons why I think it's not moving yet is because nobody knows about this and it's not available on StockTwits, where most of the retail investors now go for some news. I see this company or this penny stock doing very well in the next month, 2 months, 3 months, year and so on. With their technology and their competitive advantage, they have nothing which is what's holding them back. They're not a pure cannabis play, but they're using cannabis in very good medical ways, and it's going to be quite groundbreaking, as they said themselves. They're the only one on the world who has this, and I think it will probably move the stock price up in the upcoming weeks. I hope I brought you some value. If I did, definitely subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. Helps me out tremendously. Also, let me know down in the comments if you knew about this company, or if you actually even in this company. I'd like to know if you are familiar with it or not. With that being said, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in another video.